Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to FPL Don't Panic. Um, I did my no Salah, hurling Haaland draft yesterday. A few tempting things in there. And uh, Seriously though, I don't think it's where I would go. I had always been 100%, well, 100, we're never 100% sure on anything, are we? Let's say a good 85% sure that where I would ultimately go would be with a Salah or a Haaland draft, and probably leaning slightly, but only so slightly, towards Salah. I did no, obviously bearing in mind this is not the real pricing. I'm not going to pump this into the spreadsheet and do fixture tickers and all sorts of things. I do my fixture tickers specific to each team and players. And games that they're suited to. So it'll be different. I'll be changing shitloads every time I do the spreadsheet. So I want to make sure I'm doing it on the real stuff with the real pricing with the teams I'm genuinely considering. I did this little draft this morning over my coffee. Still have my coffee. Don't really function until I've got at least 5 down me. I think the possibility of a Haaland Salah draft might be worth considering. This is what I've got. This is by no means, I'm still tinkering with this because, bring this up. Still tinkering with this. But I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Now, simple fact is that, again, we look at last year. Haaland set off like a steam train. And Salah quickly joined him on that steam train. And those that started out with a Haaland Salah draft did very well at the beginning. Now, if they stuck with that strategy, they were screwed. Obviously, and a few people hung on to Haaland for way too long. But if people got off that train when Haaland started drawing blanks, those people by and large had very, very good seasons. Very, very good seasons indeed. So put this little draft together. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Again, caveated with we do not know the real pricing yet. But I'll just talk through this. Now, this is not exact. I've got a few thoughts around this. This wouldn't be it. When we get the real pricing, I will certainly, I think, be looking very, very seriously at this. If I can get to something like this together, there will be some areas where I think I will tweak to get a little bit of a better balance in the side. But Henderson speaks for himself. Palace, we know they can get some decent clean sheets and reasonably good defence, and they can pull up a clean sheet against most teams. In fairness, that defence looks pretty decent. We've got Branthwaite, we've got Colwell, Konza, Villa, some great fixtures, and actually Villa, I've got Williams in there at the moment. Will there be anything to be said for a little Wan-Bissaka? Because Villa and West Ham do actually rotate really, really well. I think they've got in the first 12, I think they've got 6 or 7 of the, you'd have someone going out nearly every week against one of the promoted teams, which is obviously what we'd like to see. But yeah, definitely don't dislike Nico Williams on the bench there either. It's a very, very skimpy bench, obviously. When you go this path, you're not going to have much of a bench. That is the reality. That midfield though doesn't look bad. Obviously we've got Salah, Johnson, Spurs with some good fixtures. Spurs actually rotate quite well with Everton. Yeah. Again, when I get this into a spreadsheet with me fixture ticker, this is where I might make little minor tweaks. Rodgers, yeah, Villa with some very, very good fixtures. Bowen, yeah, again speaks for itself. Got some Menyo there in at the moment. Obviously not a great fixture against Liverpool, but there'll be other options in that sort of price range. But I generally Bournemouth. You never know with Bournemouth, do you? And Semenyo did have the most shots, I believe, of any other midfielder in the Premier League last year. He just needs to get more on target. Good player though. Good player. Will he still be there? Will he still be at Bournemouth? Looking more likely, I think, at the moment. But Semenyo, I think Semenyo Could be a number of other players in that sort of price range, but I don't hate Semenyo at all. And then Haaland and Gyökeres up front. That's actually a pretty decent team, I think. And most of those teams have decent fixtures. I just will not have a lot of rotations off the bench. Where would I make changes to that if I was to go down this path? It could be to take Gyökeres out and maybe, again, price dependent. Who would you put in there? Yeah, just looking at saving a few bucks and maybe bringing one of the defenders up to a more premium type defender. That could actually be Pedro Porro maybe, or as say, or maybe I do get my wet dream and have Frimpong, because I really would like to have Frimpong. He was generally I thought of him as a lock in for a while. Could probably get to him, but it would be the sacrifice up front. Where would Gyökeres go to? Strand Larsen. Wolves do have some decent fixtures. Strand Larsen has shown he could get on a little goal scoring run even with, but particularly that Cunha wasn't in the team. That starts to feel a little bit light, but it'd be nice. That's where I would probably look to see what striker a bit cheaper looks as though it's got that potential. Take Gyökeres out, bring in a more premium defender. So I've got a premium player in each of the main positions, and then after 3 or 4 games, when you've given it a time, hopefully this has gone off. These players and the team has done well, but then I can pivot easily wherever I want to go in up front, midfield, or in defence. If Haaland isn't firing, or say he does fire off, and then like last year, bang, doesn't happen. A couple of transfers, yeah, fine. We'll have Isak, we'll have Gyökeres, we'll have Isak, we'll have Watkins, etc., etc. But easy pivots if either of the Salah, Haaland, or Frimpong, which would be my preference, I think, aren't going off. So very quick one. This doesn't look anywhere near as bad as the point I'm making as what I thought it would. And as I said, Haaland does tend to come out of the traps first. Salah has in recent seasons as well. And is it worth just covering it off and then after 3 games, see what way the land is laying, and have an easy pivot then? When we sort of have more information. That's it. It's a very quick one. I'm definitely going to give this. Whereas I said the no Haaland Salah draft, maybe about 20% possibility that I did it. I would do it. This moves into more of the 40% ish, 30 to 40% ish. What do you think? Any other players you'd suggest in there? I saw 1 or 2 suggestions for players in the last video, which, by the way, thanks guys. Just lots of new subscribers coming on pre-season. Some great conversations going on and chats with you guys. Really appreciating it. Loving having you on board. A little bit of housekeeping. As soon as the season's last, I will get the FPL Don't Panic Mini League details in there, and we can all play for the Bishop Brennan Cup. And I will probably put up a prize, I think, this season. Don't know what it's going to be, because I'll probably be back in New Zealand by the time we get to the end of the season. So something that I don't know, something that's not going to cost a fortune in post and packaging. We'll have a look at that near the time, but I think I'll come up with a little prize this year for end of season winner. But we'll obviously have the old Bishop Brennan Cup on a weekly basis. I shall talk to you soon. Have fun, play your own game, don't panic, all that malarkey. See you soon. Bye bye.